Right. Tell me, someone quickly, why or when we have to use Word? What are the users of Word? Someone please tell me why or when we have to use Word.
Prepare letters and books and office memorandums.
Yes, right now when you have to write a letter, yes, when you write have to create a report, when you have to create a note, yes.
For
Or
assignments.
assignments, yes, academic work, yes. Then you have to use Word, right? So when you have to create or edit or create or edit whatever the text-based content, right now you have to use Word, like basically document creation. Right now document could be anything, right? You can use Word, right? And yes, then some other works as well. Like now, one of you guys said office works as well. Yes, when you have to send the same thing for when you have to create a letters for let's say 100 users, and the same letter that you have to print for 100 users right now with their with their name and everything changes, but the body of the letter is the same. Let's say a payment due reminder email, right? Or the coming up invitation for some particular event. Right now, let's say there are 100 invitees list you have to send the same invitation, but you need to have different things. Like now, you have to have the particular name, dear, whatever, and like you need to have some customizations for each letter as well. So, in that purpose, like you could use mail merge, right? Likewise, and uh, you may have to use Microsoft Word, right? Easily you can use, right? Now, let's see. First of all, we will figure out what is Microsoft Word and what is the interface that we are dealing with. Right. Now, the other thing is like now, if you are using Office 365 versions, right? Very important. Right now, team collaboration, even here, this version also would support. Right now, if it is Office 365, right now in the document online, while keeping the document online, many users can update simultaneously. Then you see what others are doing, and therefore the same document may you can edit by different people. So that is also another advantage of Microsoft Word, right? So since there are many benefits from using Microsoft Word, right now let's talk about the interfaces, right? Now here we have the backstage view. Right now, this when you click on the file, then that you call as the backstage view. Right now, in the backstage view, what you have, just click on your version and see and tell me. What you can see in the backstage view. What are the options you have? This is the command, like you can say the command center. Right now, everything can be configured from here. Right. Therefore, by clicking on the file, you can open the backstage view. This is where it will allow you to save your work. This is where it allows you to create a new work, open a new one, or if you want to take a printout of this one, or if you want to share with someone, or you want to inspect the document, and also if you want to export it to a different category, different version, different format, or save as a PDF file. Likewise, you can do many things. Therefore, the backstage view is the where you normally do most of the configurations like commanding center, right? Then basically you might see what's here info. Right now, once you go to info, you can see very important thing, protect document. Right now, if you want to protect a document, how could you protect it? And inspection. Right now, before publishing the file, right now you can check whether the document properties and all the details and everything, because it is right now, before publishing, you can check whether, or you can get to know what is available or what information might be there. And under the managed document, you will see, like now when you're using a file, like sometimes you might not have not saved, but Office itself have saved unsaved changes. Then whether you want to reuse or recover the unsaved changes, or you want to delete those things. Likewise, then you can check those as well. Right. Let's quickly create a file, and then we will start with the Backstage view. Okay, now beforehand, we'll just go through the interface, and then thereafter we'll come back. And then if you go down, further down, right now you might have used all the things. So, and saving means you can save it on your computer. And if you want to save it as a PDF file, that you could do it from here. And if you want to print this, connected printers, right now you can get it printed. And then if you want to share with someone as an email, you could do it, right? By if you want to change, save it as a PDF file or create a XPS document, or if you want to change the file type, that you can do using export, right? Then you will see something called account. Right now, this is where you can see your license and everything. Then main user information you will see, right? And then account privacy and those things you can configure it here. Right now, if you want to have background, you can set the background as well. And then if you are using OneDrive, you can connect it to here as well. Then you will see here what is the version you have. So here you can see I have Office LTSC Professional Plus 2024. And then some of you might ask now, what is LTSC Professional Plus? Yes. This is a version which is not defined for individual use. Like now, this is already licensed volume. Like now, one organization may have purchased in volume. So for an office or a campus or something like that, and then then I got a subscription from there, right? And this is how I have the license, right? And then again, you have the feedback options, right? And then also you have the options. Right. Now, this is where we could configure everything. This is where you can configure everything in this Word package or Word. Right. So, before we go into configurations, right now, let's quickly go through the other menu items. Right now, this is the file is the Backstage view. We call it as the Backstage view. Right, then we have home. Right now, in the home, what are the options you can see in the home? What are the options you have in the home? In the ribbon, we have the home. Right now, home, insert, draw, design, layout, preferences, mailing, review, view, help, Acrobat. Likewise, then these are we call as the what? Tabs. These we call as the tabs. Right now, this is a tab. Home is a tab in a ribbon. Right, then home tab contains many groups. Now, clipboard, font, paragraph, styles, likewise, these are groups. Right now, each group you can see, if you see this icon, that means you can see the other options available in this font group. Now, in this group, you have very few options put there, but if you want further or more configurations, that is available by expanding this. Therefore, if you want to expand the group, you can click on this, right? Always by clicking on this icon, you can expand the group. Right. Now each group, what it does, we will come. Right. Now, there's something called add-ons right now, and then Adobe Acrobat. Right now, do you see the Adobe Acrobat in your computer, in your version? Right now, you can see here, these are the add-ins available that I can add into the Office interface. Right now, if you want to get symbols and characters easily, then you can add this. Right? If you want to have emojis, emoji keyboards, you can add this. If you are dealing with math, and then in order to type here in using Word also, you can do it. But if you want to use third-party tool, and then in order to make this your work easier, you can add these add-ins. Right? Then sometimes if you are using a Quillbot or something like that, right? Now, in order to improve your documentation, typing and everything, then yes, you can use this Quillbot likewise. Right now, these are third-party tools that you can add into the Office interface, which can collaborate with the Office. Right. Uh, right. Then, what is then? Do you see this Adobe Acrobat?
Yes, sir.
Right. If you are not seeing, right. Okay. What is that then? Now, this is also an extension, right? Now, this is also an Acrobat. Adobe Acrobat is an extension that has built-in extension that has been added to your Office package using Adobe Acrobat software right now, because I have installed Adobe Acrobat then, and it has automatically added. It has asked for the permissions, and then it has added this add-on to the Office right now. Therefore, from the Word itself, I can deal with these Adobe options, right? Adobe PDF options, right? So, right now, if you want to view or the manage whatever the add-ons available, you can, by clicking on Home tab, by clicking on Add-ins, you can open and you can further check right now what are the add-ins you have already installed and what are the add-ins that you can add. Right. From the Office store, you can figure out what are the options that you can add. Right. So, right, then that is about the Home tab. Right. And then we have the Insert tab. Under the Insert tab, where you can insert pages, insert page breaks, and then if you want to have cover pages, right now, if you want to insert a table, picture, any objects right now, 3D objects, shapes, icons, smart arts, charts, whatever, videos, you could insert from the Insert tab. Basically, if you are inserting something into your document, that can be done using this Insert tab. Right. Now, this is where you can have the equations, symbols, and so on. We will get to this one by one each. Right. Now, the Draw tab also there. Now, this is where you can use drawing in your documents. Like if you want to use drawings, then you can use the Draw tab. Right now, in the Design tab, if you want to have different themes in your Word file, you could use here different formattings. All right, you can have the different. Right. Just a minute. and this could happen right now when we post a record time recording sometimes, right? And then I have forgot to enable again, so it has not resumed for up to now, so that everything has been lost now. Okay, up to now, what we have discussed. So attending daily is the only option that you could do. Right. Okay, now I feel like I don't need this my tab part, then I don't need it, so I'm going to remove it. You can go to the customize ribbon and then this my tab, you don't need it, right? Or you can just select this customized ribbon and then you can select reset all customizations. Then it would reset the what do you call the ribbon, right? Now it will reset the ribbon. Now you can see no longer those are available, right? Now, and also here you might see there's something called developer, and then we will check these developer options as well later on, what we can do using these developer options as well, right? Okay, and just a minute. Right. So we have discussed now how to customize the ribbon and how to customize the quick access toolbar. Basically, how would you do that? You can right click on the ribbon itself and then you can select customize the ribbon. From there, you can customize the ribbon by adding a new tab, or for the existing tabs, you can add a new group, or you can add a new tab and you can add the new groups from here. And also by clicking on this quick access toolbar, you can add the options or the controllers to here to the quick access toolbar as well, right? And that is how you can customize the ribbon and customize the quick access toolbar. And also you will see add-ins available, right? After that, the add-ins here you can see now, this is where you will see the one I have in my ribbon, Adobe Acrobat, right? So then it comes as com add-in, and then this you will just see what is this com add-in, and then here when you click on the add-ins, you can add in, you can find the add-ins from the Office store, right? Then you can install. Then those also will be available here if you add it, right? And then this is how you can do the customizations to the Office interface, the Word interface, right? So I assume that now you have some idea about the basic of the Word, like the interface, how you can do the customizations, right? So now I'm gonna go through the file or the Backstage view quickly again, right? Now in the Backstage view, right, let's say we have a document called, okay, doc1. I have just typed doc1, right? Okay, now here, basically, if I wanted to, let's say, if I wanted to have this file, I want to make this protected document. Then where I want to save this, where no one should open this, right? Then I don't want someone else to open this. So how can I do that? Then I will give you a 1 minute time where you can go to the Backstage view and click on info, and then you can see protect document, and thereafter you can try to do it. And I want to set a password for this file. If someone wants to open it and read it, I want you to set the password. Right, I'll give you a few minutes for you to try out that. Quickly try out that. How would you set a password for this document? Right now, and is right now previously that I don't wanted to have this recent file history, and then I don't want to display the recent file history here, and I want to change that as well. Like even if you want to change that part, before we go into setting the password, let me show you. Now daily practical usage, right? Now when you want, I don't want to show the recent history here, right? If you want one, go to option, under advanced, scroll for display here. Show this number of recent documents. If you want to show the recent documents here, define how many documents you want to show. I don't want to show any, therefore I said 0. And the measurements, if you want to have it in centimeters or millimeters, inches, you can define. I'm going to say millimeters. Right. Likewise, you can define how you as I said, the backstage view is the commanding center for the Word, right? Therefore, here this is the backstage. The backstage view is the commanding center for the Word or the Office package. Like even in every Office package software, what we're going to talk, you have the backstage. So this is basically the commanding center where you can do the configurations, right? Now our question was to set a password for this document, right? Now I'm working on this doc one. I want to set a password, so I'm going to go into info and I'm going to click on protect document, right? Then I said I want to set a password. I want to set a password. Then encrypt with password. Encrypt with password. I'm going to say, let's say 123, and again you have to say 123. Okay, right, the password is set. Right now I'm gonna password protected. Password is required to open this document. Let me save this under let's say browse, and under the desktop I'm gonna save this. Right. Let me open this document now. Now it asks me to enter the password in order to open. Right. And then since this is a password protected document, then I don't want to set the password again. I want to remove it. So you can click on protect document and encrypt with password that you can select. Then you can remove the password and then click OK. Then you can remove the passwords. Right, and thereafter we have other options. Right now, always open on read only. Open as read only. If I have saved this. Right now, let me close it now. If I open it, now the file opens as read only. Then it says the author would like to open this file as read only, unless you need to make changes. Open as read only. If you say no, then it comes as edit mode. But if you open it as, if you say yes, it will come as a right now this format. Right now, so you can define whether you want to open it as a read only. Open as read only. Yes, this is the read only mode. Right, and thereafter here, if you select this, right now, if restrict editing, I don't want you to. I don't want to restrict edit. That means I want to restrict editing. That means if I don't want users to edit this, okay. Therefore, I can set the permissions here. Format restrictions. Limit formatting to a selection of styles. Right now from here you can select the styles, that these styles cannot be applied. Likewise, or allow only the type of editing in this document. Right now you want to allow only to the editing of this document, let's say comments, only comments. and here start enforcing the protection. And then let's say you need to set the password. Right. And then if I have saved it and if someone open it, okay. This is a read-only file. This was the read-only file previously set up to, right. If you open this file right now, this is a read-only, then if I say yes, fine. And if I wanted to do the formatting, now you can see here, the formattings that I can't do here. See, when you try to do something, it says restrict editing. The document is protected from unintentional editing. You may only insert comments into this region because you can only add the comments because we have only enabled the comments, right? We can't do anything. We only can add the comments. We can add the comments, right? So if you want, you can add the comments, but you can't do any other options. Right now under review, you can add a comment, new comment, test. Right, likewise you can do it. And then you can save it, right? But beforehand, if you don't want the read-only part, that you can remove it. Right. Likewise then, you can encrypt with password, you can restrict editing by setting a password, and you can restrict access as well. Right. Like now, based on the people, like now, restricted access. Then you can select the users who can read, who can copy, who can change. Likewise, you can allow the permissions, right? Then here, based on the users in your computer, right? And then, or in your group that you can do it here, right? Now this node. Right, so that is how you can do it. Okay, then that is about setting the password and so on. Right, try out that quickly. Setting the passwords, and that is required for you. Like basically, if you are creating paper, let's say if you are creating a paper or like some confidential documents, then you can set the passwords. That can be done by info protect document, right? And just check whether what happens if you put it as mark as final. If you set a document as final, what happens? Just quickly find out and tell me.
It says that the editing is completed and that's like the final document.
Yes. Can you show us? Share. Okay, I will do it quickly. If you make a document as a final, and then it says the document will be marked as final and then saved. If I click OK, then it will ask me to select a location, and if I select save, right now it will get open. Like now you can say marked as final, and author has marked this document as final to discourage editing. Likewise, you'll be able to set the documents as final. Like now, if it is a research paper or whatever you are working on, and then if you set it as final, and if you don't want others to edit, you can click it. But if they insist on editing, they could click edit anyway, and then they could do the editing. Right. And these are the changes that you can do. Right. And the save as that you know already, right? If you want to save another version of this file, You could click on Save As, and we will discuss about the print and options later on. Right. Okay, now let's get into the Word interface right now, where we're going to talk about this one you don't need. Right, the formattings and everything. Right now, today, as first we're gonna work on the home tab. Right now, I said in the ribbon it has tabs and groups. In that each tab has multiple groups. And first tab we're gonna talk about is the home tab. Right, the clipboard. We have under the clipboard many things, right? And we will see what this clipboard and how it works later on. Right. So first, right now we will see what are the options available under the fonts. Right now here in the font group, testing. Right now, let me change the font styles and see the differences. Right now, you can see this is Adobe font, and then this one I'm gonna set it as Arial, and this one I'm gonna set it as something. You can see. I don't know how to read this. You can just see the differences of the font styles available, right? And Bernard from here, we can book it, all right, and then you can see the different font styles that you can select and add. Right now, basically, most of the time we use Times New Roman or Calibri likewise, right then. Cambria Math, and likewise these are the font styles that normally we use, but you can select any fonts that you can use. Right now, how we can set the if you wanted to set a default font. Right now, I want to set a default font to the in Word. Right? How can I do that? Now, if you want to set, let's say Times New Roman that I want to set. Right now, this is the font that I want to set as the default font for every time that I want to set. Then how can I do that?
So select the face and press the control space buttons. Is that
Control,
okay? Space button.
control space right now. For what purpose?
For turn into the default font style.
Now this one, if you want to say now, okay, let's see. Now, if I close this file and then if I open a new one, I'm getting this tree butcher MS or something like some different, some unknown font type. For me, it's selected now. This is not the what I want, so I'm gonna go there and select the font that I want to set. Let's say I want to set the Calibri as my default font. Okay. Calibri is my default font and regular, and I want to set, let's say 12 as the font size default. Okay. And font color automatic, right. Then I want to set this as the default. Click default for all documents, right? Click OK. Now if I close this, And if I open again a new one, you can see the font I have selected the Calibri and the size I have selected as 12 is becoming the default font size, right? So, and it's easier for me to set, like otherwise I every time when I open a document, since it gives me a different one I don't like, I have to change. So now I don't have to do that. I just selected this. Then from here onwards, this would be the default font. All right. Now, if you want to see the differences right now, if you want to make the word any text into bold text, that you could do it bold. Right now, bold text. Right. Now, I have typed in all caps. I don't want it. How can I change it? Oh, my name I have typed in, let's say, all simple letters. Let's say I have some other initials as well, A dot, B dot, C dot, D dot, something like that. I have some initials. Right, now, how can I change it now? I want to have first letters in capital letters. How can I do it? Every word first character in capital? How can I do that? In Word, it's easier. You have to go on this change case button, capitalize each word. See? All uppercase, all lowercase, all sentence case. Capitalize each word. Toggle case. Likewise, you have the different options, right? So you don't have to, like, if you have made a mistake and let's say you have typed everything by enabling a bold text typing, something like we have typed, and then this is what bold text. I wanted to have this in capital letters. Then you don't have to delete this and do it. You just select this. You can select uppercase. You want all in simple case, lowercase. If you want the first B in capital, bold, capital, then sentence case, bold text typing. Likewise, you could do the changes by change case options right now. So remember about this change case option, change case. And these two buttons are there to increase the font size, and this is to decrease the font size. This is to increase the font size. Right now, then these two buttons are there to increase the font size, decrease the font size. If you want to set the define size, then you can select from here and then you can define it. You want to make it bold, you can click on B. If you want to make it italic, I. If you want to make it underline, U. Because basically we can't click on everything. We use our hands, both hands in typing. So rather selecting this and going there, right, you can just select and press Ctrl B from the keyboard. Ctrl B, bold. Ctrl I, italic. Ctrl I, Ctrl U, underline. Likewise, you can select. Otherwise, you can from here also, you can do it. Right. Okay, then here, you can increase the font size. That also, there's a shortcut. What is the shortcut? What is the shortcut? What is the shortcut? Tell me. Right now, you have to move your mouse over there and wait for a moment. Then you can see it shows underline Control U. Here, increase the font size. Control Shift and the greater than and decrease, Control Shift less than, greater than and less than operators. Then select the one, Control Shift, less than operator, greater than operator, less than, greater than. See? You can just try the commands from there. Right, now you want to strike through this. Let's say you want to type bold and you don't need this text anymore. Therefore, you want to display that has been cancelled or something using this strike through. Then that can be done using strike through. Right. Right now, if you don't, now it doesn't display a shortcut for me, right? The other options, now it doesn't display. But in the underline part, you can just select the line. But if you want not this line, I want to have the dash lines. Right now, I want to have the dash lines or dotted line. Here, I wanted to have the underline by 2 lines. Here, I wanted to have underline by something like this. So that if you want to select these options, then you have to type this and see. You have to click on the down arrow and set. Okay, try out these quickly. And I want to define this underline color, dotted lines in red. The line should be in red. I want to have something like this. Quickly try, do it and send me a screenshot via chat. Quickly send me a screenshot via a chat. Right now, how we can do that? We have to select the font that you want. Under the U, you have one drop down icon. You can select the format you want. As the same way, you have select underline color. And if you want, let's say green or whatever you want, you can select it from here and then you can assign. See, it's yellow color now. If not, if it is not the color you intended, right, then you can change it. See, that's how you can do it. Okay, quickly try out if you have not. Right? Okay, that's how we can do the underlining. Right now, we have said that we can do the strike through as well. And then if I want to do it as now subscript text that you could do bold text and then typing one or something like if I have an right now this one has to be a superscript, then likewise you can do right now in normally like in most of the time we may have written H2O right now H2O and then 2 has to be a subscript, right? In day-to-day life you may have used to type H2O, then you could do it like this. And so write H2O, then you can select this format, right? Right now this is how you could do it, right? Okay, then if you need further more formattings, right now you want to type this right now furthermore, right now you can just click on this expand, right? And then you will see other options. Double strike through. If you want double strike through, that is also available. Double strike through. That is not available here. If you want double strike through, that is available here. See? Double strike through. And let's say here you want like now small caps, all caps, hidden. What is meant by hidden? Right now you can see here, this word is hidden now, right? Because we have enabled hidden, all caps. If you select, this would be all caps. If you select small caps, right now likewise then, you can define or you can use the many formattings. Right now we have discussed about selecting the font size, font style, and formatting options like bold, italic, underline, strike through, superscript, subscript, and likewise. Then what is this text effects and typography? Right. Now then we have text effects, right? What are the text effects? Right, now let's say now here I want to increase the font size. Now I know the shortcut, Control Shift and greater than operator. Right now I wanted to make few copies of this, that I want to see what are the text effects. Right now from here drop down that I can select text effects, shadow. Right now this is the normal one. Is this the normal one? Yes, right. And then I have copied, pasted. Right. Okay, now any idea that I have copied this now? Right, now I have copied this. But now these were like 36 size. Why? Because previously I have copied these. That's why the difference right now. I want to set it into the same size. I'm gonna set it as 30. Right now the font sizes are in 30 now. Right. The first one I am no changes at all. And then from here, I'm gonna select this. And the second one, I'm gonna select this, and then you can see the different font styles available. Then you can customize it even. Right now these are the predefined versions that you have. Then if you want, you can customize. How can you customize? You can select the outline color. Let's say I want the outline color as red, and I want the shadow like this, like this shadow. I want the shadow like this, and I want the reflection as well. Reflection that heart I want, let's say small. Right. And I want to have a glow as well. See? Likewise, you can define the text effects as per your requirement, your customization. So, how can you do that? Easy. Go there. If you want, you can select the defined ones. If not, you can select the one you want. You can customize the way you want. Right. So what are these? Okay, Stanley. Okay, you don't know. What do you mean by Stanley? You don't know. Do you have difficulty in following up this, or you can't understand? Or what is it? Stanley, can you hear me? Are you there? Hello, Stanley.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You.
actually, this is Rachel. I
Okay,
think you
Rachel.
remember.
Yeah. I
Okay.
can remember. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't even have my phone because
I
I'm
know.
stuck in a funeral house.
Okay, that means you can refer the recording, and if you have questions, you can ask, no?
Yeah. So you will give me excuse for today only, sir.
Yeah, no
Please.
worries. No, I said like I just saw a message saying I don't know, and then I was wondering what do you mean by I don't know?
Like I don't want to interrupt you. That's why.
Okay. Right. Okay, no. You can interrupt me always, anytime, right? If you guys are
Okay,
talking,
sir.
then that is what I want. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Okay, thank you. Right, even if you want,
Thank
you can just disconnect from the meeting, and you can anyway. There's no point of looking at the recordings, right? Looking at the doing nothing, just watching. So when you have time, just get the recording and then go through it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye bye. Right. And then we were talking about, right, now we have done about shadowing, right? And there's something called highlight. What is this highlight and when to use the highlight right now? If you want to highlight this, you could do it like this, see? And you can change the color as well. You can change the color. If you don't want to highlight, you can select the highlight and then select no color. Likewise, you can remove. Okay? That is how you can highlight. Try out. And the font color, this the third one is the font color. Then you can change the font color as well as the way you required. You can select the font color, and you can select the gradient as well. The font colors you can select as a gradient. Right now, you can select more colors. Let's say red and red. See, then you will see the effect of that as well. Right. Because we have applied the gradient of the font color right now from here, from center to the corners, right? Or else from one side, from the left to right. Likewise, then the black color is in more in the left side. The gray fading away to the right. So likewise, you can change the font colors right now. That's how you can do it right now. Then after doing all, you don't need any formattings that you have done here. Just go to clear all formatting. See? Very easy. Right now, then why this? Okay, I have clear all formattings, but this is not, right? Let's say we have applied the highlight color, and then if you select clear all formatting, but the highlight color won't go, that you need to change. If we have changed the font color into red and shadow, and bold, italic, underline, right? And font size as 48 and highlighted by green. And then if you select clear all, right, the highlight colors would be available, the rest would go. Right. Therefore, if you want to remove the highlights, go select, and from here select no color. That's how we can do. Right. Now these are the options available in the font group in the home tab. But if you want further, there are many. Right. You can click on this arrow which expand the window. There's another dialog box. From there you can select the text filling or text formatting, right? And gradient line, solid line. Likewise, you can select the text effects. Under the advanced tab, you can select the scaling, character spacing, right? The position, right? Likewise, these controllers you have, then you can use these as well. The advanced character spacing and open type features that if you want to define. Right, now that is how this works. Right, are you okay with this now? Shall we go into the paragraph settings now? Right, now before I'm going into this, let's say I have here this is Calibri 26 and the color is red and there is a shadow of this, not shadow of this, okay, and yes, okay, right. Okay, now I forgot. Okay, done. Right, now this is where I have copied this. Okay, Control C, I have copied. If I press Control V here, what will I get? I will get the same thing that I have copied. But now I have copied this, but now I don't want the styles, but I want only to paste the text or the values that I have copied. How can I paste it? I don't want the effects or the formattings that have been applied to the copied text. I don't need the formattings that applied there. I just need the right. Then how can I do that? You can go to paste and then you have paste options are available. Or right click and then we have paste options. Then we have source formatting. Now this is the default one, source formatting. But if you want, you can select merge formatting. Right now, let's say here, this is bold and size 8. I want to merge formatting here. Then I'm gonna select merge formatting. Then whatever I have copied from the according to the destination formatting. And here I'm gonna select no, I want to have the source formatting. Then I'm gonna just select source formatting. Then what happens? Exactly the way I have copied the same formatting, the same styling or same formatting applies. If I have select here, if I have select right click paste merge formatting, then it has to merge according to the current formattings. Likewise, then the destination formatting. Or if I wanted just to copy and paste as a picture, I want to copy as a picture. See, this is the picture version of it. Now this is a picture. Right now, let's say, let's add a border for this, then we would see it. See, this is as a picture, right? Not a text. We can't edit it. This is a picture. You can paste as a picture. And also you can just paste the text only. Keep text only. Right, then why the text only? Right now, when you type, right click and then select the text only. Why the text only affects to the current formatting. Right now, I wanted to copy the text only, keep text only. Right now, I want to copy this and I wanted to keep the text only. Right, likewise, this you could do. You could copy only the text, right? See, because destination formatting was there no here. Yeah, just Control C, right click, select text only. Then the text only get copied, not the formatting get copied. Right, likewise, when you copy and paste, these options are there. So you can set the default paste option. When you copy and when you Control C is for copy, Control V is for paste. When you select paste, Control V, what should happen for every time you can define by selecting option and select default paste. Because otherwise the default paste is set keep source formatting. The default copy option is the keep source formatting. Okay, now quickly try out and we'll use this later on as an exercise. Uh, try out this how each different option works. Right. Okay, then I think we have finished discussing about these options right now. Copy paste options and the first group clipboard. Okay, clipboard. Okay, now tell me. Right now, let me have some text. What do you call? Press. Let's say we have press start, press on, and then select the function, and let's say we will say then set the timer, switch off, press off. Right. Okay. Likewise, let's say I have some values that I have entered right now. Okay. Now I wanted to time I need to copy these things. I need to copy these things and paste it in here and there. How can I do that? Like now, let's say I want to first copy press start here. If it is the press start everywhere I have to copy, then I can just keep on pressing press start, press start, press start likewise. Not the case now. I need to copy press start here again, and I need to let's say select the function thereafter, and I need to select set the timer. Sorry, I need to select set the timer. Likewise, I have right now. This has to be repeated in different orders, in different places throughout the document. My goodness. Now, how can you do that? Anyone tell me? Now, I can't here and there. Let's say I have another Word file. Okay, I have another Word file. Here also, I need to paste it. Now, I can only paste at the timer. Now, I need to, let's say, select the function first. And thereafter I need to select the set the timer likewise. Then I have multiple documents. So in the same document, multiple places that I need to keep on copying. So what can I do? Any idea? Any options? Can someone tell me how can you do that easily? Can someone? Don't worry. If you have to do such a thing, very easy. What you can do is you can press the clipboard. Okay. Now every time when you copy, see, it takes these right now. Press start. Okay. Then press on, like select the function, set the timer. Just copy. Control C only. Right click, copy. And thereafter, let's say we want to paste. What I want to paste, select the function. Yeah. And I want to paste the press start. And let's say I want to set the timer. And I wanted to set press off. See, likewise. Then even if in a new document, right now I wanted to open the clipboard. You can just click on the clipboard here. And then you can set the timer, select the function, press on, press start. Likewise, you can copy and paste. Now, not only the same thing, now you are copying multiple things like different things in different order. Right now, sometimes even in here, let's say I want to set press off, and even here I want to select press on. I want to set set the timer. Likewise, then see I can copy any order, anything. I can use multiple times. What I have to do is I have to put it to the clipboard, and then I could do it. Let's say now from the Zoom interface, let's say if I can select anything and to copy. Hello, here. Right now I have typed in Zoom, and then I have copied. Right now here you can see that is also in the clipboard. See, now it says from where I have taken it. See, you can see from the where I have taken it. Or if you don't want, you can delete it. Likewise, then that is how you could use the clipboard. This is very useful when you have to copy and paste time to time, several times the same thing or multiple things in different orders. We have to copy and paste multiple times, multiple places. Then just use the clipboard. Very easy. You can do it quickly as possible. All right. Okay, just try out. Any questions, please ask. Okay, otherwise I don't know whether you had a question or not. So if you have a question, you have to ask. 53%. Shall we continue? Okay. Right. So now we are going into the paragraph options now. Very important part. Okay. Now we need a paragraph. Okay. Testing paragraph. Okay, now here, what we have here. Right. Now let's say we have something like 1, 2, 3 likewise. Then we need to have bullets on these 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Then it's easier. We can select these and then you can select the bullet order. We have these different bullets. See, you can select. And right now the ruler is not available here. No. Can someone quickly tell me? I want to see the ruler. How can I enable the ruler? How can I enable the ruler? How can I enable the ruler? Can someone tell me quickly? Now the ruler is not visible. I want to see the ruler. How can I
In
view?
view tab,
View ruler. Yes, right. Now, okay, now here you can say, now this is like one indentation away. Now this is how we have kept the tabs, right? Now this is where the tabs are there. Now I need to take it further to the left. I want to move these further to the left. How can I do that? See, now I can, by using this indentation, decrease indent or increase indent, you can take it. Or here you can take it like this. Right. And now the 2 should be a subpart of the 1. Right now, this has to go one step further from here. Then only select this 2 and you can change it to here. Then you can see the bullet ordering changes. Right. So you can see the subversions of it. Right. Even if you want, you can drag and right now you can drag this one and further you can put it away like this. You can select it from here or using the indentation. You can set this as well. Right, now the default setting was set to here, so I can do it like this. See, the third step likewise, you can define how we want to have this. Because we have set the default stop point here. Right now, drag here, this one, you can select from here. Likewise, you can have the sub-levels of the bullets and numbering as we required. Right. That is about bullets and numbering. Right. Okay. We have another option as well. Okay. And then, okay, let's say part 1. Right now, I have a question now. Right now, the question is like now these are like it's not nearby, right? Not right after the next line. There's a space. Now I don't like the space. How can I remove the space here? Applying bullets will remove the space anyhow, but now let's say this is not I don't need to apply bullets. I need to have this in Right after that, I don't need the blank spaces. Even I can't type in between these two. See, there's a space in between these two. How can I get rid of the space? Any idea?
Through line and paragraph spacing.
Yeah, true. Right. How can I go to the line and paragraph spacing?
In the paragraph tab,
Yes, you can
right
click on
next
this.
to
Yes, and then
line and paragraph.
okay, line and paragraph. Okay, here I have under spacing. I am here. Then
Yeah, spacing and increase and decrease, like before and after.
yes, after like now you can say after each paragraph, I have put 8 points of space. Let's say if you put 0 spaces, click OK. Then you can see you can remove the space. Right. Then that's how you can remove this space between paragraphs. Okay. Now we were talking about this numbering. So the bullets I need to use as numbering, but then I have to use with the right now. Previously these are symbols, no bullets. Now this is numbering. I don't need this numbering format because this has to be 1, 1.1, 1.111, 1.2, then 2. Likewise, I need to have something like this format. I don't know how to get this thing done. I need to have 1 and whatever, and thereafter you need to have 1.1 whatsoever, 1.1.1.1 text, then 1.2, and then 2, and then 2.1, 2.2. Let's say we have 2.2.1, likewise, then 2.3. Like this formatting that I need to have here. So how can I have that right now? Let me have this step 1, 2. 2, 2.1, 2.1.1, 2.2. Right, let's say this is it I have. Okay, now this is the formatting that I need to have. Then how can I do it? I can just think about this formatting. I think this gives us the way that we want. Let's try with this. Okay, then it says 1. This is 1.1.1.1. Then this goes as 1.1.1. This is 1.2. 1 tab space. You just press the tab space. 2.1. This should go as 2.1.1. Then this is 2.2. This is 3. And then if you want 3.1, step 3.1 and step 3.2. And if you want 3.2.1, let's say here, let's say step 3.3 also I'm going to type. And beforehand here you want then step 3.2.1. Right now, when you are creating your documents, right now, most of the time when you are creating your research, the formal documents, scientific documents, right, you may need to have chapter 1 in this format and chapter 1 subheading in a different format. Likewise, you need to have this. So, right, then it would be easier for you to create the table of contents as well, having this kind of bullets and numbering formatting applied. So remember how to do that. Okay, now I want you to try this and create the same thing. Right, these are not typed. These are not typed. These are bullets and numbering. Now I have applied numbering right now. How did we did that? I will show you again. Right. Step 2.2, let's say, right. How did we do? Okay, step 3 also I'm gonna have something 3.1, 3.2, 3.2.1, 3.2.2. Right. Right. Now how can you do that? We just select all and select the respective ones formatting, the numbering formatting, and thereafter we press the tab 1.1. See, this is 2, no, this is 2.1, this is 2.1.1, this is 2.2, this is 3, this has to be 3.1, this has to be 3.2, this has to be 3.2.1, 2 times, just 1 time, like this you can make. Right, okay, quickly try and do it and send it to me via chat, please, quickly. If you have any questions, please ask in the meantime. Are you okay? Understood this? Or are you struggling this one? No? Right. Then let's continue further. If you don't need the bullets and numbering, you can just click on this. Then that will remove the bullets and numbering. And I don't need this as well right now. Okay, and then I need, let's say, okay, now we have discussed about the top 3 buttons there, about the bullets and numbering. Then we have the alignments, right? Now let's talk about this. What is this left alignment? This is the left alignment. And if you want to go for the right alignment, this is the right alignment. And this is the center alignment, right? And this is the justify version, right? Now you have this is the left, center, right, and then we have the justify. Justify means right now if this is let's, for an example, if this is left align, now this is the left align. If this is justified, now you can see it adjusted according to the, it will adjust the space before right now. Let me set this as paragraph. Right now, if this is left aligned, this is like if it is left, if it is center aligned, if it is right aligned, if it is justified. Paragraph section. Okay, now you can see here, if you set it left, you can see it won't come into this point right now. Let's say here, these are the 2 borders, let's assume, and then if it is center aligned like this, if it is right aligned like this, and if it is justified, it will balance throughout the line. So these are the alignments right now, and left alignment can be done using Control L, right? See, if you press Control L, left align, Control R, right align, Control C, center alignment, I can't remember it, Control E. Control C is copy, no? Then Control E is for the center alignment. Control L, left alignment. Control R, right alignment. Control E, center alignment. Control J, justify. That is how you can do it. And then again, here also we have line spacing options, right? And in between, now this is in the same line, right? Same paragraph. Right now, these two are two paragraphs, let's assume. Right now, in each paragraph, in each paragraph, right now, how much space you want to have the before the paragraph and after this paragraph. Right now, these are two paragraphs. Right now, after each paragraph, if you want to have space, then you can say add space after paragraph. That means after each paragraph, there's a space. And again, you can define add space before paragraph, add space before paragraph. Right now, you can see even before this paragraph also, there's a space added here and here. Before the paragraph, space added, after the paragraph, space added. And that is before and after spaces. And these are the line spacing. See, these are the line spacing that you can set. 1, 1.15, 1.5. Then these are the line spacing in this paragraph. Each paragraph, what is the spacing that you want to have for the lines? In between two lines, the spacing that can be defined here. Right. Try out that as well quickly. Right. So now we are done with this. Right. And then we have to discuss about this. Now we have discussed about the indentation even for the paragraphs also. We can start from here if you want to have some space, like you can say indentation that can be used for the paragraphs as well. Right. Right. Even if it is if the first paragraph, the first word, like you need to have some space, that also can be done. See, you can arrange it by adjusting this, right? Even the starting per line, like sometimes you start from the center or something like that. No, even some styles that you can manage from here, right? And also there's another option here, and that is for sorting. Right.
I have one clarification.
Yeah, please.
What is the difference between after spacing paragraph, before spacing
Okay,
paragraph?
let me show you. Right. Okay. Right. Let's say this is the first line, and this is the second line. Right. Okay. Now, even here, okay, let me have this. This was the first line, and this was the second line. Okay. Right now, if I have set, now from this, remove space after paragraph. Okay, remove space after paragraph. What happens? Okay, if we want, like, let me put the 3 as well. 3. Let's assume these are the 3 paragraphs. Okay. This is one, and this is another one, and this is another one. Okay, this is how it was. Okay, clear. Right now, if you change this by remove add space before paragraph, that means what you are doing is before starting each paragraph, you are adding some space. That means if you are trying to add a paragraph here, let's say you are finished from here, and this is the end point, and then if you want add space after paragraph, means you are adding some space after the paragraph, and second paragraph might start from here. But if you put add space before paragraph, and then even before you start in this paragraph, you keep another set of space, and then you start from here. Now that is why here right now, if you remove the spaces, if you remove the space after paragraph, now, right, you can see after the paragraph spaces has been removed right now. And now you can see here, and here also too we have, that's right now, this one we have remove space before paragraph. Right now you can see there is no space set after or before. Right now, if you just want the space set only for, let's say now you want to set a space set for after the paragraph 1. You want to set the space after paragraph 1. Then you can select this, and you can say add space after paragraph 1. Now you can see here, if you select before paragraph, now the space comes before the paragraph 1. See?
Yeah.
But now I want to have space after the paragraph 1, before we start the second paragraph. Then here you can't select here. There is no cursor appears in between 1 and 2. So you can't type anything in between 1 and 2. There's a space set because you have defined right after the first paragraph, have some space before you start the second paragraph. But when you add the second paragraph, right now you can see here 2 and 3, no spaces. Even you can't click in between. But even if you want in between the second paragraph, after the second paragraph, if you want to have some space, you can select after the second paragraph, add some space. Then now you have added some space. Though you cannot click in between. These are the space before, after the paragraph, each paragraph. But after the fourth paragraph, after the third paragraph, you don't have space set because you have only added space after first paragraph and the second paragraph. But now after the paragraph 3, you have no space added. But here if you want, you can say, okay, before start the paragraph 4, I want to add space before the paragraph. Then you can say, okay, before the paragraph 4, have some space. before the paragraph 4 have some space. That means before start the paragraph and after finishing the paragraph, whether you want to keep the spaces or not. That is defined using this add space after before. Is that clear?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Right, great. Okay, then you can remove spaces like this. Okay, now this the spaces are removed. Now we were talking about right now. Let's say if you want to sort these, that also possible. You can select these, sort by paragraphs, ascending order. Click OK. Then you can see in ascending order, paragraphs will get sorted. Right now, if you have paragraphs and to sort, then you can do it paragraph sort by ascending order and descending order. Likewise, and then if you have only header row, then you can only the rows you can sort likewise, then you can do it. Most of the time we cannot use this, but if we are dealing with some list of values and so on, then you can do it. Right. And okay, the other thing is right now, when you have a document, right, like this, if you have documents right now, if you want to find out where you have put the spaces or the enter, where you have pressed the enter, like now those you can see by enabling this formatting symbol. Right now you can see here, and wherever you have kept enters right now, let's say if you press enter, how many spaces that you have kept, that you can figure out by using this. Right now this is not getting printed. Like now this is only for like to weave the spaces that you have used. Right then, right therefore, if you want to find out the layout, how the layout has been defined, can be seen by enabling this. Therefore, by enabling this, if you press enters, see you don't know how many enters that you have entered here. No, simple. Enable this, then you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times you have pressed the enter key. Likewise, you can figure out how many times that you have kept the spaces and how you have done it. Okay, try out this, and then thereafter we can talk about how to have borders and how to have page borders and table lines and so on. Right, we'll discuss this further. We are going into that. Just quickly try out this. Right, done. What is it? Okay, then right now thereafter we are going to talk about these borders and shading. Right. Okay, now shading. We did not do shading. Right now, if you want to have this line shaded, right now you can click on this and then you can select a color. Right now, let's say you can use this shading. Right now, let's disable this. If you want this paragraph that you can select, you want to shade, that you can do. Right, this is how you do the shading, and if you don't need the shading anymore, you can just select no color. All right, and then you can remove the shading. And right now, let's say now this is my, I want to have a border for this one. I want to have a border for this one. Then you can select a border, then you can select the outside border for this one, right? And here, if you want to have a horizontal line for this one, then you can say in a horizontal line, right? Afterwards, you need to have horizontal line, then you can select, and then you can select insert horizontal line. Okay, then you can have a line. And then if you want here, if you want to have a left border, only left border, or only the right border, or only the top border, or only the bottom border. Likewise, you can define from here as well. See, bottom, top, right? All borders, outside border. Likewise, you can have. Right? And if you want to have the border for the entire page right now, then you can go to the borders and shading, and under this border right now, even in this border, let's say we are here in this border, you can go to borders and shading, and then you want to customize it. You want to have a 3D border, and with this kind of lines, you have to have two lines like this, then you can define like this. Okay, and if you want right now not the 3D one, just the shadow one, like you can select shadow, then see, you will see the shadow of the border. Likewise, you can change the formatting, right? Or it's just the box, you can select, and not this line and double lines, you can select it. Oh, not this line, you need it by, let's say, line with 3 points, like this. See, you can just select the border as the way you want, as the way you wish. And even in this border, let's say you don't need the left and right sides, then you can just remove left and right by clicking these two. If you want, you can add this. Right now, let's say I want to have only this. I don't need these two. Okay, only this border. You could have it like this. Or you want all, you can do it. See? You can customize the way you want the border to appear. That is for the borders, right? And even if you want, you can have the custom. And after the custom border right now, here you can define this type, you can define the color, right? And you can do it, right? So now I'm gonna talk about this. Why doesn't the color applied for my one? So let's see the red color I want. Okay, they applied, right? Okay. Now let's say I'm okay with the borders for the ones, and I need to go for the page borders. For the entire page border, that I can select a box. If I want, you can select this. Then the page border appears for the entire document. The page border appears. Then if I want to have a custom one, you can change the under the page border. You can select the different. You can change the color. You can select the shadow. You can change the 3D option or likewise. Then you could do it. See, and you can select the page border as the way you want to have it. Right, what you have to do it, click on this down button, drop down, and go to borders and shading, select the page border, and then select. Right now, when it comes to page border, if you want, you have the arts as well, right? You have different arts. Then, like if it is in preliminary gate, that you have to have these, you can do it as well. You can select the you can use the arts as well, right? And then that is how you deal with the borders and the page borders. And you can do the shading as well. If you want to fill with this color, you can select this. And then for the particular border you have selected, you can select the shading as well. That can be done using under the shading part, right? Now, if you have no filling, just select this. So you can remove the shading. So those can be done by clicking on this border and shading icon. Like now here under the shading also you have drop down. Under the bordering also you have borders also you have drop down. And right like this you can work on this one. Right now if you want to have a table, that also possible. If you want a table, you can insert a table, right? Right now, if you select table, right now, like let's say you need to have a table inserted. Right now, if you want, you can from the insert, you can go insert table. Otherwise, from here, you can select draw table. Right now, how can you draw a table? Right now, then you can select the draw table options. Oh, why it is not coming? Let me hide this first. Right now, I want to draw a table here. Let's say now here I'm gonna select draw table. Now mouse pointer differ, like you can see here, I can draw the tables, right? You have to click on draw table. Like if you want to draw a line here, then you can do the line. See, we can draw the table here. You can have the lines here. You can divide the lines here as the way you want into rows and columns. And thereafter, this is a table design, right? See, now once you finish drawing, you can unselect this draw table. And if you don't like this shadings right now, you can go to the borders and shading, and we can select black automatic, and then we can select right now. Then if you want to have the inside lines also, you can select inside right, whereas inside lines all borders, like if you select all borders, that is possible, then all the borders will appear. If you want to have this like a horizontal border, right, a diagonal border like this, that also possible, right? See, that is also can be done. And for this one, if you don't need the borders, right, for a particular these ones, so you don't need the borders, like you can remove the borders, and then but you need to have the outside border only, then you can select the outside border. See, and then here these are not visible, right? And then if you really want to draw only this respective parts here, you can draw the only required borders only. See, like this. If you want, you can draw the borders. Like now, this is how you draw the borders in a table as well. Right, okay, try out this, and thereafter we have the table layouts, and then we will discuss this further when you go into the insert tab. Before that, how to add a table and how we deal with this, you can just go through this and see. Quickly figure out, and then we are going into the styles. Coding. We discussed about the paragraphs, and then yes, we have to discuss about the styles. Right, great. Okay, let's say we have a document like title. Okay, we have title, let's say Sri Lanka. We have, let's say, culture and subcultures. Sri Lankan culture. And let's say we have Sri Lankan economy, something like this. Right. Okay, and then imports and exports. Then let's say we have GDP or something like that. We have this is the title, and each topic we have random text goes here. Right. Let's say we have these were the some one of our document. Let's say we have typed document and Sri Lankan economy and imports and exports. And thereafter we have GDP. Sri Lankan culture, and then we have subcultures like this. Right. Now we have typed something like this. Now let's say now throughout 3 lines we have Sri Lankan intro. Let's say this is Sri Lanka intro. So in this document, like now if you want to format this right now, apply styles. Right now, this is very important. Right now, sometimes you may have to create a table of documents. Right now, not table of content, not documents, table of contents, right? So you don't have to type it manually. If you use styles correctly, then you can use it. Right now, here you can select Sri Lanka. That is the title of our document, right? So from this drop down, you can select, then you can select the title, Sri Lanka. If you want, you can set it center. Right. And thereafter, Sri Lankan economy. Right. We have Sri Lankan economy. Then that is heading 1. Then you can set it as the heading 1. This is heading 1. And after the heading 1, then you have imports. Imports goes as heading 2. So you can select heading 2. And exports also goes as heading 2. Right, under imports, right, let's say we have food items. We have food items and food items, medicines, clothes, textiles, or technology. Okay, let's say industrial items we'll have. Right, now we have, these are the sub items, right? Now these were, let's say now, for each food items we have some information given, and for some medicines we have some information, some descriptions were given, right? Then these food items, now let's say this one should goes as heading 3. Then you can select this one as heading 3. Heading 3. Because this is under the imports. And then medicines also we can select heading 3. And industrial also heading 3. And then exports again heading 2. And GDP also, let's say heading 2. Then you can select heading 2. And Sri Lankan culture. Now that one is a heading 1, right? And subcultures. Now let's say this one goes as heading 2. Likewise, you can define the styles for each heading right now. Then you can see that if you can remember previously, I showed you that under the weave, you had something called navigation pane. If you enable the navigation pane, right, if you are using headings right now, see, you can navigate through the document by selecting the heading quickly. See, by selecting each heading that you can navigate through the document. And not only that, the most important part is, let's say here, if you go for a new document here, right now here, if you want to insert right now, at the very beginning you want to do that, okay? Therefore, we're going to insert a page, new document here at the beginning. And if you want to have table of contents for these, right? So you can easily go to references, table of content, and then we can add the table of contents. See, you don't have to type this. Now this is the title, right? Heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 2, heading 2, heading 1, heading 2. Likewise, then each page number, whatever this one in, you can generate without any hassle. What you have to do is perfectly, you have to make sure you add the styles perfectly. If you do this, define the styles properly, then creating the table of contents, nothing. Don't worry about the table of contents because we will do that later on, right? In another day. But today you need to learn how to add the styles as your requirement. Even this heading style is not the way you want to do it. You can customize it. You can define it, different color, different size, that you can do. Or else you can add your own custom style as well. And then you can do it. Therefore, quickly find that as well. And in the meantime, let's say the word text, I want to make it as a test. Or the word text I want to replace with random letters. Random words goes here. Everywhere, wherever I have text I want to change. So I can go to replace and find what text, let's say, I'm going to make sure the random text I want to find out. Then select random text and select replace random text. Replace with, right now this is the word I want to replace. Random text, replace with random words. random words, and then I can select replace all. So wherever I have, like now I have not kept the space here. Now let me keep a space as well. Random words, take one and keep some space. Right. Okay, then you can see here, random words goes here, random words goes here. Likewise, you can replace any text in your throughout your document. That can be done using find and replace. You can find the places, right? And using the find and using replace, you can replace one by one, and or you can replace all at once. Right now, that is how you can do it. Like if you want to go into the economy, right now, if you want to go into the economy, that also can be done. Right now, find. From here, I want to find economy. See, wherever I have type economy, it comes here, it's selected. Then you can click on there and you can easily go. Therefore, find, replace, select. And you can select all the text from here. Right now, if you want to select all, you know that already by pressing Ctrl A, you can select all. But if you want, you can use this select button and you can select all as well. Likewise, you can select. Right now, that is how you work with this styles tab. Right, therefore, please make sure you learn about the clipboard, practice about the clipboard, font options, and the paragraph options, and the styles options, and along with these find, replace, select, editing group options as well. And then we are done with the home tab. So the next day at the beginning, we will be doing some exercise, and thereafter we will be going into the insert tab. So make sure you go through the insert tab as well, and then you check what we have there, and then go through those, and then we can do more exercises from next week. Right, and any questions up to now you can ask, please. This. Now here the same formattings that you have applied to here, if you want to apply to somewhere else as well, then you can select this format paint, right? In order to copy this, the shortcut is Ctrl+Shift+C, or else select the text and click on this button, and then that would copy. Now if you want to apply the same formattings to here, then select this. If you want to apply into the same thing again, now here if you use the button only one time you could do, right? But if you use this Ctrl+Shift+C, you can see here you can copy, and Ctrl+Shift+V you can paste. Ctrl+Shift+V you can paste. Ctrl+Shift+V you can paste. Ctrl+Shift+V you can paste. Right now these are becoming now heading ones, right? Okay, let's update the this table of contents and see how it looks like. Now you can see AAA, imports, food items, medicine, industrial. Now these are became heading 1. So that is how we can copy some formattings of like what are the formattings used for some text, you can copy and apply to another text, right? Therefore that is how you can use the format painter. Now that is here this paintbrush icon, format painter, right? Ctrl+Shift+C is the copy command. Ctrl+Shift+V is for the pasting command. Right, now that is for formattings. Like if you want to get the formatting copied, that you can do. Otherwise, if you can't remember the keywords, just write select this text, click on the format painter, and if you want to apply here, then apply. Then that's how it goes. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Right.